this in with this new mic and all this has been a pain and a joy at the same time. But anyway, let's get to this point. Tom Wolfe, I've told you guys about this before. He makes patches and presets for Omnisphere, for Diva, for Pigments, for even sound toys and Valhalla and other things with regards to desktop primarily. And I highly, highly, highly suggest checking him out. He just dropped a pack today called Glacier. And I did a video previously, but unfortunately my voice was not added to it. So I'm hoping that this works out just fine. But this pack is going right now. The standard edition one is $19.99. One of the cool things about Tom Wolfe is he gives you points when you buy things from him. So those points add up to dollars, and those dollars give you money off. Even when something's on sale, he lets you use those points towards it. Excuse me. So that is pretty much a good thing in my opinion. And you can get, like for instance, I got this pack for like $15 just because I had points, right? So you can see how it adds up across the time of buying things from him. And he always puts out what I would call a cool little teaser pack where he'll give you like 4 presets for free just to try out. So this is pretty cool. So let me show you. I did a track. Now, I actually did some of this track live while we were on the previous video, but unfortunately, because I didn't record volume and don't want to go back and try to figure out how to add volume or go back and voice over my own video, which probably wouldn't be as fun anyway, I'm just going to have to show you the track. Now, this track is going to be the introduction for my new album that will be coming out soon. Well, I say soon, but I'm only about 2 tracks in, the intro and one other track. But it's going to be called Enter the Garden. Now, let me show you that. So we're in Ableton, and this is the intro track. And you'll see I'm only using a bass, trillion, and then I'm using this flute. This is, I think, a bamboo flute from Spitfire Audio, Chinese bamboo flute that I play in here. And then these are the chords. Now, this intro, what happened was I was playing, right? And I use this feature here a lot, right? Like skip back, but basically MIDI capture. So I'm playing, and then I come across this little part where I play something like that. Mind you, I do a lot of jamming and finding parts that I like in songs. That's to me my little way of doing it. So this little intro came from that. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, and then what I did was I played right into the next part, which sounds like. So this is from his Synth Poly World in Bloom preset. And there's not much difference in here that I didn't really change anything. I'm just playing it, right? But it's a beautiful sound, and it's going to be a part of this. Now I'm going to let you hear the rest of the track because I actually played the bass over it. So let me turn that up, turn on the flute. that is the introduction for Enter the Garden, and it's going to be an interesting, very tranquil sounding album that I'm going to explore more instruments that I personally like that I never hardly put in my jazz tracks or typical tracks. For instance, the harp and the violin, and I want to mess with a cello. So there'll be different types of instruments that I'll use. Some tracks will have some drums in them, some won't. Majority probably won't, but this is going to be like a four track, I mean, not four track, I'm sorry, a 10 track album, maybe nine. And then what I'm going to do is make these tracks, some of these tracks will be longer. Like this is just an intro. So, and I might start doing a little bit more interludes in between so many tracks to give just some variation in the way the music is. So it'll be fun. Some little small excerpts. I mean, like shorter stuff, just for the sake of having something different to do in the album. That's a little bit maybe like as a guide through the garden. So anyway, it's gonna be fun. It's something different, and you'll notice that I'm using even a different key here. The Hiroshi, I think they call it here Hiroroshi. I might have pronounced that wrong, but I'm messing with different keys. I did a little bit of this on the previous album where I used a Persian key or scale, I should say. So I want to explore that a little bit more, start messing around with different scales, see what I can come up with, and we'll go from there. Anyway, this is kind of a lead into that, just showing you though that I'm using half of the stuff I talk about, I use it. So check out Tom Wolfe's Glacier and the other ones that he have, like Sleep. In fact, I'll be using Sleep probably in the next one because while you're in the garden, you might want to take a nap at some point. So yeah, there will be some very ambient stuff in this album as I've been exploring, but I'm going to use it in different ways and different facets. So anyway, stay tuned. I'll let you know as we get closer. All right, I'm